Hello, my loves. How are you doing today? I hope that you're good, that you, your family, and your loved ones are healthy, happy, and safe. So I'm coming back to you today with another Bouquet card reading. And in this reading, we're going to look into what's awaiting you. And so we're going to look into the energies, what can you expect, but also I wanted to let you know that I'm not going to be looking far into the future, just like 3 to 6 months, maximum 1 year. So generally speaking, it's like not long term, it's just what's awaiting you quite soon, as in as I have told you, maximum of 1 year. So we have in front of us 3 options. So this is the first one, this is the second option, and this is the third option. So pick the ones that are going to be calling your attention the most. Of course, if you would want more time, you can just pause the video right now and meditate on the options and pick the ones that are yours. And you can go afterwards directly to your reading by clicking on the timestamps down below, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, my dear option number 1. So if you have chosen the first option or this postcard, welcome guys to your reading. So this postcard, generally speaking, I have first of all selected it randomly from this box that is like lots of cards that symbolize museum designs. And with this particular one, it always draws me back to the 5 of Cups that is represented in the tarot cards. And what I can tell you, my dears, I had like almost a symbol in my mind, and let me just explain to you what I'm seeing is that it's almost like one person that wants to go from one side of like where he was at the beginning to the other side, and then there were maybe 100 walls, and then he jumped over 99 wall, and like for the last one, he's like standing in front of the last one, and he's saying to himself, or maybe he's considering, should I jump this one and see what's gonna come out of it, if I'm gonna find another wall or not, or should I consider staying here or going back where I came from. So this particular card really is telling you, even if you have tried multiple times and it wasn't really successful for you, as an example, if you have tried to be with certain people and you have found out that maybe you are repeating the same energy, or maybe those people really were not meant for you, or there are certain things that have repeated in your life as of the symbol of the 99 wall. But the cards, this particular card is telling you that do not give up, do not give up. It's almost like you cannot give up right now. This is what I'm feeling. As an example, if you would want to apply for a certain job or a certain, for some of you, if you are applying for a visa, or if you would want to change your life in any kind of way, and you have made a lot of attempts, and every time it wasn't really successful for you, the card is telling you that you haven't exhausted all your attempts. Please go for it some more, go for it, because I'm hearing that there is going to be something that is beautifully surprising for you, a beautiful blessing. But it's almost like this persistence of yours and this perseverance really is going to be justified by the universe, and it's going to be permitting you to acquire certain things that are even better than what you have been imagining at the beginning. As an example, if you have had an idea, just to go back to that example that I have given you at the beginning, if that person was imagining like on the other side, I'm gonna find this and that, I'm gonna find maybe my home, I'm gonna find my opportunity, I'm gonna find my blessing, it's even like tenfold. Like when he's gonna go there, when he's gonna arrive, when this person is gonna arrive there, like it's a beautiful surprise that it's almost surpassing this person's expectations. So with this yellow, I'm hearing again, keep your drive alive, because I'm hearing that also, even if you feel like the opportunity was slipping away from you, or maybe even if you have felt it like deep down, like this calling that there is something that is meant for me, and I'm gonna try, and I know that I'm gonna have it. Keep this particular faith, like keep this faith alive, keep this particular mentality alive, because it's really going to be taking you far. All right, so let's get some tarot cards right now, and let's see what's awaiting you. What's awaiting you? So this 9 of Wands gives me the indication of travel, moving somewhere, getting something where you feel like you are jumping from 0 to 100. this is exactly what I felt like at the beginning. With this Empress card is everything that you have wished for, basically. So if you are wanting a relationship, or if you would want something that is going to be giving you maybe an elevation in terms of your status, in terms of your finances, definitely go with it. Keep this passion and this drive alive, because I'm hearing that it's really going to be taking you exactly where you are supposed to be. So even if you are seen as an example around you, because this energy could be of even for when it comes to your environment, even if you felt like, oh, I have never really tried, but I don't feel like I have this, why do I even need to try? Maybe people around me have tried themselves and they have been deceived. This is their own life, their own circumstances. It doesn't have to be yours. Do not please almost calc the energy of people around you to what it's meant for you or what you can expect in your life, because every single one of us is different, and what we can experience and have in our life is also different. So let's get some more cards. King of Cups, 2 more. Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords also, like right next to the Knight of Wands, it's the card of curiosity, and it's the card of I'm gonna do it because I like it anyways. So if we are talking right now about a creative endeavor, maybe something that you enjoy doing anyways, and you would want actually to envision it as something that you can gain some kind of financial like income, or envision it as starting your own business based on this creative activity that you are doing. It could be even a hobby, something that is very dear to your heart and something that you have been cultivating for quite a bit. Go with it. Keep the curiosity and this sense of discovery alive, because I'm hearing that you might get a beautiful response from people that are seeing your craft, or maybe interacting with what like seeing what you are doing, especially right here with the Empress and the Page of Swords. If as an example you have been drawing or doing certain things just and keeping them for yourself, the cards are telling you, why not start a social media account and start posting the crafts that you are doing, or start getting maybe some kind of exposure, because I'm hearing a lot of people are going to be interested in what you're doing. One more card. 2, okay. So yeah, the Three of Swords, and then so look at like almost a jump when it comes to the energy. You can see in here with the number 3 and the number 6, there is like almost something that has doubled. So if you have been disappointed in the past, or if you have felt like I have tried 3 times, and you can see in here with those 3 empty boxes, I have tried 3 times or more, and I feel like it's always the same result. There is going to be really a beautiful opportunity for you in the future to actually have a lot of recognition and a lot of people being interested in what you are doing. It could be that you're gonna meet maybe a particular water sign, or if you are a water sign, definitely this message applies 100% to you. And in here with this intuition, this is a message that I have heard way earlier when I was shuffling the cards for you, is that you felt this intuitive nudge that there is something that is gonna happen, or there is something that is going to be following all the effort or all the energy that I'm putting in this particular thing that I'm doing and that I would want to cultivate. But what it is, how it's gonna come about, and what are the circumstances in which it's going to be manifesting in my life, it's almost completely hidden to you. So believe in the mystery, and also believe that even if you don't know everything really is unfolding for your own benefit. All right, so with those combination of cards, I'm hearing that you're going to be meeting certain people that are going to be supporting you, pushing you forward. And even if you felt like, oh, should I really go with this or I not, if you have had certain hesitation, or if you felt like maybe I should consider something else, maybe I should give up on this particular path, this new sense of, oh, it's not only me, like this external validation, even if we say sometimes like we need to feel like things are good for us from the inside and this and that, it's all good, but external validation sometimes is very essential and very important, because we feel like it's not only us, it's not like we're just imagining things or we are just seeing things that are maybe not seen by others, but it's something that is real and something that has a lot of value also, not only from us but also from people that are seeing it, from people that are looking at the things that we are doing. So definitely, as an example, if you have an idea, if you have a certain nudge into starting something, the time is now. This is really what's awaiting you. What's awaiting you, it's take an action that is going to be like really taking you to the next step when it comes to anything really that you envision doing at this particular moment. So if you have met recently maybe a water sign, or if you have interacted with certain people that are interested in you, do not feel like something that have happened in the past is meant to be almost transmitted to the future, or it's meant to happen right like again and again in the future. Also with this white and black in this particular card of the High Priestess, I'm hearing that there is something, it's almost like you have experienced one type of relationship or one type of experience in general. It could be when it comes to your work, when it comes to your finances, but now it's time for you to experience something else. It's time for you actually to welcome something that is quite new to you, and something that is going to be permitting you to depart 100% from any kind of setbacks that you have experienced previously. So let's get some additional cards. Flexible. New life, yeah. So with this flexible, I'm hearing that it only made me stronger. So whatever the things that have happened to you in the past, you are very much flexible into integrating what's good for you, into letting go of what's not, and then move on to this new life, this new cycle. It's almost like you have been in here. As you can see in this egg, it's almost like something has been cultivating in this egg and almost taking its time to actually flourish and emerge at the right moment. And you see in here with this egg, it's completely like cracked up, and there is this new life that is emerging out of it. So this is number 19 and number 39. And with those two numbers, I'm hearing that maybe in the past you felt like you needed to do everything by yourself, or you needed to complete every kind of task just by yourself. It was at a certain point in time maybe overwhelming, or you felt like you were extending yourself a little bit too much, especially if you have a lot of different things that you are doing during the day. Maybe you have your main job, or maybe you would want also to pick up this side hustle that you have, or this activity or this business idea, and you would want to start cultivating it. But I'm hearing with this new life that you're going to be meeting certain people and collaborating, also partnering with other people that are going to be permitting you to have an easier task and not really taking everything just by yourself. So let's get one more card. Victory, victory. And this is the exact same card, basically. The Six of Wands and victory. It's almost like when people are gonna see this particular knight, he's victorious, he's coming out of like showing off like his victory, and his like he's very happy with whatever the thing that he has accomplished. But no victory comes without a fight, and you have been fighting for quite a bit, but it's time for you actually to gain this momentum and whatever the thing that you would want to do. Again, this is a very general energy that I'm hearing. I'm hearing for some of you it's relating to friendship, like relationships, social life in general. But for many of you, like most of you, I'm hearing most specifically it's when it comes to your career and when it comes to your money. So you're gonna be recognized, you're gonna feel like you are on the top of the world, but it's almost like people are only gonna see this phase, but they're not going to be seeing the struggle and all the long nights that has actually permitted this victory to be yours. So let's get one more card. Those two, projection and stranger. So there is a possibility for you again to meet someone or to connect with a lot of different people from all around the world. And also I'm hearing that with this projection, it's time for you to actually, as you can see in here, like there is this shadow that is peeking from this card, but you are seeing yourself. It's almost like you are seeing yourself in the future. It's time for you right now to envision the right things. It's time for you right now to have a clear image of what you are manifesting, because with this moon card and also with the high priestess, I'm hearing that a lot of things right now that you are thinking about or feeding your mind are actually going to be manifesting in your life very soon. So keep your thoughts, I'm hearing keep your thoughts in check, but also focus on what are the things that all the efforts or maybe all the energies that you are putting into this particular crafts of yours are going to be permitting you to gain in the future. This is the most important thing. But I'm hearing a lot of interaction with lots of different people, and also the possibility, as an example, because I've got this message early on in the reading that many of you, maybe some of you maybe are trying to go abroad or find a new opportunity away from where you are. And I'm hearing if you are thinking about maybe allocating or immigrating to another country, definitely it is going to be possible with this particular card. So let's get one more. This one, delight. So with this delight, I'm hearing a message, a response, or maybe a response in general when it comes to how people are going to respond to anything really that you are putting out there. And with this delight, definitely you're going to be delighted by the kind of reaction or the specific response, maybe from a company or maybe from authorities if you are applying for certain documents. This is really the card that symbolizes for me being happy when it comes to seeing something or receiving something, or anything really that is connected to communication and receiving messages. So this is what I have for you. But lastly, I wanted to give you one last card. Is there anything else that you need to know? Is there anything else that you need to know? Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So with this particular card, I'm hearing two messages. I'm hearing do not be perfectionist, as in here, a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Do not feel like, oh, I need to do everything like as it's supposed to be. Or maybe as an example, if you are like photographer, or if you are a painter, or if you are an artist in general, do not feel like your craft needs to be absolutely perfect in your eyes before actually putting it out there, and just letting people especially with this delight, let people enjoy the things that you are creating. But also with moderation, I'm hearing that a healthy body equals a healthy mind. So if you are, as an example, having certain thoughts that are undesirable, or if you feel a little bit down, or if you are lacking energy, definitely look into what you are eating, and also include a little bit of activity in your daily life, maybe even exercise, and have a subscription in a gym, and take care of your body basically. So this is what I see for you, my dear option number one. If you would like your own private reading, you can of course reach out to me, and all the information is in the info box down below. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear option number two. So if you have chosen the second option or this particular postcard, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, let me just give you the messages that I have heard when I meditated a little bit on this particular image. And as you can see in here, like you can see that there is this woman with this dress that is almost like some spikes coming out of it. And just so you know, like I have shuffled this particular a pack of postcards so that I can get a postcard for each of the options. So this is very random. And as you can see in here, it's almost like this woman is going like towards this direction, but there is this hand that is almost trying to look for another hand to hold. So what I can tell you in here, that first of all, with those spikes, this particular time, especially the next 3 months, it's going to be a very special time for deep healing of the heart and healing also of the body. So if you have been feeling lethargic, or if you have been feeling like, oh my goodness, I have I'm like an energy all the time, I just need to rest all the time, I want to do everything and all the things that I envision for myself like in my life, and I feel like I don't have the energy to do so. And I'm hearing that you're gonna find certain people, and I'm hearing almost someone reaching out for this hand and grabbing it very sweetly, like a very warm contact, very warm. And I'm hearing it's not something that you have been accustomed to. Like certain people, they feel like I need to be strong, I need to be there are a lot of people around you that are in their masculine energy. So I'm not going to be, I'm not feeling like this particular person that you're going to be meeting or that you're going to be befriending. It's really like a man or a woman, but most importantly, they have a very sweet, warm side to them. And this is something that you have been almost needing for a very long time. So it doesn't matter right now if you are in a relationship or not. As I have told you, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend, it could be a coworker, someone that you have maybe something with, like a project, or maybe even interest a certain hobby with. But I'm hearing that this particular relationship is going to be deeply healing for you, because you're going to feel like I can be vulnerable with this person and I can just be myself. I can be I don't have to be this strong person all the time. I can cry if I want to. I can reveal my inner truth if I want to. So this person really is, I'm hearing almost something that is completely open, like very open-minded, very open heart. And this is someone really that has a healthy understanding of people's interaction, and also where people are coming from when it comes to how they feel. So it could be for some of you that it could that this person actually, you're gonna manifest like an actual therapist, or someone that is going to be, even if they are not like a therapist that you go to, someone that has this quality of deep healing. They could be very empathic, or they could have just a very open way to interact with people. And I'm hearing also for people that are interested in having maybe some kind of romantic connection in the future, I'm hearing more than a lover. So maybe you have met or been with a lot of people that are lovers, but nothing more. As in, maybe you have enjoyed certain physical interactions with them, or certain things that even at the deepest level, they were not that deep or as deep than this particular connection that is going to be entering your life. So again, this is going to be a phase of healing, a phase actually to let go of certain things maybe that have been hurting you or maybe burdening you. Because when I was shuffling the cards, I have seen the Ten of Wands, which is all about a burden that is not worth having. So letting go maybe of certain ideas, especially if you have an image of yourself that has been built upon maybe certain criticism that you have gotten from people around you, or maybe an image that is quite distorted of what the reality of who you are actually is. So let's get right now some tarot cards. So what's awaiting you in the next 6 to 1 year, or 3 to 6 months, maybe not more than that? What's awaiting you? The Lovers. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. Nice. So just so you know, like with this Nine of Swords, I'm heard like right away, this is your spirit guide. This is your spirit guide. And please, my dears, like keep that in mind. If you feel like certain people, they're having a lot of trouble, or you are having a lot of trouble to keep them in your life, you are almost going against like your own benefit, or maybe your own blessings. Because in here with this Knight of Swords, like your spirit guides really is chasing, like almost chasing away those kind of disruptive energies, or those kind of confusing, very conflicting energies that are not good for you anymore. This is what it's meant for you, and this is a choice that your angels are giving you. It's time for you to let go of what has happened, or what of the past, of the things that you are almost accustomed to. It's almost like comes like having those kind of opposite views, or maybe people that are opposing what you want or opposing who you are, or something that has any kind of connection to you. It's time for you to let go of that, because this is not the reality of what you're going to be living, like the life that you're going to be living in the future. Like it's almost like it's time to transition. It's time to go somewhere else. It's time to actually depart from one type of whatever the things that you are accustomed to the other type. So with this Six of Pentacles, I'm hearing that it's almost like it's going to be you're not going to understand at the beginning, as in maybe you have been putting a lot of effort into being in certain relationships or into keeping certain relationships. But when you're going to be in certain connection where you're going to feel like, oh, like the other person is doing as much effort as I'm doing, like this is something new. This is something that's this is not something that I have been in before, or that I know of. This is really something, a new energy. And your angels and guides are asking you to choose this path. Choose this path and let like those kind of energies, let your spirit guides deal with it, because they are dealing with it, okay? And as an example, if you feel like there is maybe one friend, or maybe even a lover, or someone that you are interested in, and you feel like, oh my goodness, I need to like send them like 3 messages, and they're going to be maybe texting me back in 10 hours and just sending me a lousy message. Or I feel like I need always like to ask my friends, do you want to hang out? Do you want to go out? Do you want to try this? Do you want to go somewhere? It's time for you to actually acknowledge that if you are doing a lot or putting a lot of energy somewhere, and you feel like you are getting almost this little coins out of the efforts that you are putting out there, it's time for you to let it be. As an example, if someone doesn't really contact you that much, why bother? This is what your guide actually is telling you. Let me deal with it. Let me deal with this. Page of Cups, Page of Swords. So with those 2 cards, I'm hearing, like, as I have told you, this energy of not really knowing what is going on. As an example, as I have given you the example earlier, like when you're gonna see that, oh, there are like people that are sweet, as pure, and that would want to have a good time, and like not really have feel like I need actually to speak louder so that I can be heard. Like as an example, with this 5 of Wands energy, I need to actually do a lot, or maybe wear certain things, or think in a certain way, just for other people actually to acknowledge that I'm among them. You're gonna feel like, oh, this is something new. Wow, like people actually listen. People actually would want to know what I'm saying, would want to actually get to know me even more. This is something really that is given to you, and it's time for you actually to choose what's healthy and what's good for you, and not what you can do for other people, or what you are almost how you are valuing yourself in front of people. It's time. I'm hearing also like this is a lot of spiritual intervention, and I'm hearing, even if out of courtesy you feel like, oh, I haven't contacted this person for a very long time, how about I just say hello? Your angels are gonna have a hand into making sure, or maybe making it very clear to you that the time is now. It's time to stop. It's time actually to put your hand out there and look for something else, because you have been almost in this, going to this direction for a very long time, but it's time for someone else to actually pull you towards the other direction, just as mentioned in here, or as symbolized with the Lover's card. So yeah, do not even engage in any kind of opposition. I'm hearing, yeah, time for healing. And in here, we have the Eight of Wands, which is all about healthy communication because it's right next to the Temperance. And in here with the Seven of Swords, if you feel like certain energies or certain people or anything really is sneaking out of your life, like without any kind of disturbances, even like without talking, without anything, you feel like, oh, it's been a very long time since I haven't talked to so-and-so. It's good. It's good for you. Acknowledge that your relationship has expired and it's time for you to go to somewhere else and to meet someone else. All right, so let's get some additional cards. So what's awaiting you? Clean it up, yeah. It's time for a deep, deep, deep cleaning, especially when it comes to your social life. And in here it says message in a bottle. So with this message in a bottle, I'm hearing like if you have like, and let me know in the comment section, especially if it resonates with you, if you feel like maybe people are bottling up certain emotions, or if you feel like maybe you are sending maybe a message or anything, and you have this intuitive nudge that the other people or the other person have seen your message and they're just like waiting maybe for a long time so that they can respond to you, maybe to gain a certain leverage over you, or maybe to give you a message that maybe like indirect message that they are important, or that like they don't have time. It's very understandable if someone is very busy, but if they are in this energy of keeping you waiting for a very long time, it's time to clean this energy out of your life. But I'm hearing like seriously, you're not even gonna do much because your spirit guides are gonna do the work for you. But the only thing that you are needed for you to actually to do or to consider at this particular moment is if you feel like certain relationships are fading, let them fade. They are not meant to be in your life anymore. Yeah, so this is really what I'm feeling. You are a very sweet person, and you feel like, well, this is maybe a holiday, or maybe I want to go out, and I know that this particular friend, they like to go to this particular place, and what if maybe I should tell them that let's go together. I don't want to leave them out of this particular thing that I'm gonna do. And do not feel guilty, because it's almost like you have bought maybe a product, or you have gotten something in your house and you are seeing the date and it has expired. Like what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna leave it. Like there is nothing that you can do. And I feel like both of you, you're gonna grow even better if you were to let go of each other, or if this relationship even like goes through a halt, or goes through maybe some kind of a pause. So yeah, do not feel guilty, and do not feel like people are going to be pointing you by the finger if you were not actually to like connect with them or to include them in everything in your life. Evolution, yeah. As you can see in here, like with those people that are climbing this or maybe going up the stairs, like every step of the way you meet certain people, but as you can see, like there are different ages. And even if you are in this same age group, or you are very close when it comes to your age, when it comes to our emotional and mental age, we are very different. So it's almost like you have been 10 years with a certain person, or in a certain energy, and you have outgrown it, and now it's time for you to meet certain people that are in the same age group, again, mentally and also emotionally. So let's get one more card. Let me just focus. Okay, one more card. Let's see what's awaiting you. Thriving, yeah. So with this particular card, I'm hearing a sense of perspective. And also I'm hearing that it's time for you to see things, to see the bigger picture, as in, this is not only gonna be good for you, but also good for the other people. And let me just, I know that it's not really an easy thing to hear, but if we are actually accepting certain behaviors, or if we are accepting certain dynamics within relationships, we're not just keeping ourselves stuck, but also the other person, because like those kind of relationships, it doesn't matter who is the dominated one and who is the one that is dominant. Like everyone would want to be in this balanced give and take dynamics, and with this bigger perspective that is depicted in this card, both of you, like everyone involved, is going to be thriving, and it's going to be going to a better step in their life. So let me see. So I'm hearing that if, as an example, you were confining certain or talking about certain things that you wanted to do, and you haven't gotten the encouragement or the support that you needed, I'm hearing that it's time for you actually to let go, to look for people that are there for you to elevate each other and for you all to go to the next level. So if it could be even family, or it could be people that you are with for a very long time. If they are actually fixated on just this particular thing, and they know that they're gonna be there in the rest of their life, it's all good. This is their own choices. If they are happy, it's all good. But if it's not something that you are envisioning for yourself, or if it's not something that you would want to do, it's time for you to go, or maybe to connect with people that share the same values as you. Maybe you are too ambitious as compared to people that are around you, or maybe that you are seeing life generally in a different manner. So it's almost like you are a giraffe like befriending a turtle. There is nothing wrong with a giraffe befriending a turtle, but what you are seeing is very, very different. Like where you are headed to with the speed, and also with the vision that you are having on what you would want to do, is very different. Like the turtle sees just what's in front of it, and what it's gonna the distance in which it's gonna go is very different from that of the giraffe, or from the vision of the giraffe, or where the giraffe would want to go. So let me give you one last card. Is there anything else that you need to know? Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. So yeah, it's time for you actually to claim, or maybe to regain this power, maybe that you have been giving it away or dimming it down, because I feel like with this card also it gives me the message of maybe dimming your light, or finding it very difficult in those environments actually to let yourself completely shine, or to reveal like the power like beneath you, or the things that you can actually do in your life. So it's time for you actually to connect with people that maybe they are a little bit they think outside of the box, or people really that would want to go to the next level or manifest a lot in their lives, because I feel like you're going to be almost in the same energy, in supporting each other, even energetically, into going to like even further in your life. All right, so this is what I have for you, my dear option number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like your own private reading, you can reach out to me, and all the information is in the info box. I'm sending you lots of love, and I will connect with you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear option number 3. So if you have chosen the third option, or this particular postcard, welcome guys to your reading. And just so you know that it was randomly selected from this particular box, so of course I'm gonna include it in the reading. And the first thing that I have heard right away when I pulled this card, getting out of the dark night of the soul. This is very, very clear, and I'm hearing that your spirit guides have given you the opportunity, or maybe you have got the nudges to maybe have a pause, or have a little bit of time for yourself, so that you can enjoy your life, so that you can actually experience also life in a material way, not only working on your spiritual side and elevating your vibration. And you have been a little bit reluctant. You wanted actually to go to the next level. You wanted to work on yourself. You wanted to almost advanced when it comes to your self-improvement. But your spirit guides really right now are obliging you, almost obliging you to get out in the world and start experiencing life in a more 3D based way. So as you can see in here with those openings, I'm hearing that this tunnel that you have been in so that you can completely transform, it had a lot of different openings, but you have decided to go ahead and you wanted actually to almost like it. Let me just okay, I wanted just to play the background music. So you wanted to advance, you wanted to go, and you didn't want actually to have a pause. But right now your angels and guides are giving you one option. You need to go out, you need to experience life, and you need, first and foremost, why they are doing that, because it is very important for you at this stage of your journey to acknowledge how far you have come, how you have changed when it comes to your connections with people, how you have changed when it comes to the vision that you have on the world and on relationships, on connections, on money, on abundance. There are lots of things right now that they are awaiting you in a more 3D base again, but it's time for you actually to see and to like sense it with your own eyes and in hands, how far you have come, and to like acknowledge and look at how powerful you have become. So it's time for you to have forced pause. Okay, and it's not for long, but it's very essential for you and for everybody really that is in their spiritual journey to actually have a little bit of time out. Like, it's very essential because it's also important for you to know what you can do in the future and to feel inspired also to do lots of different things, or maybe to pick up certain things that are going to be even helping you go further in your spiritual journey. So we are, as human beings, we're not just one thing, we are a mixture of lots of different things. But even if you feel like, oh, there is this particular thing that I need to constantly improve, it's time for you also to seek other experiences in this life. So let's get some cards. What's awaiting you next? What's awaiting you next? Nine of Swords. Five of Cups. Those two together, yeah. The Chariot and the World, wow. So this is really what's going on basically. So for some of you, if you have given up, if you gave up on something, it could be that you have given up on relationships, or it could be that you have given up on like romantic connections, or I feel like some of you have almost closed the door on something. That's why you felt like, oh, I need to go on this Five of Cups energy because I need to understand my lessons, I need to improve myself, because the Five of Cups energy, like a card, symbolizes the card of self-reflection. And if something didn't go the way that we wanted it to go, we would like to actually determine what was our part in it, so that we can learn, so that we can actually improve ourselves even better. So you have been in this energy quite a bit, because with this Nine of Swords, I'm hearing that there is one part of your life or certain types of experiences that you felt like, oh, this is not for me. Maybe I want to be single, maybe I'm supposed to be single, and just focusing on my craft and focusing on my like my own elevation. But those two cards really are telling you that there is as you can see in here, like it almost looks the same as in this new opening. Like there is no way for you to go elsewhere. There is this new opening that is going to be giving you the opportunity to experience something maybe that you have let go of, or something that you felt like, oh, this is not the time for you to experience this. Maybe it's too late for me, or maybe it's too draining, or this is just going to be distracting me from my own path. But in here with this Chariot, it's going to be even more pushing you to the next level. But it's time for you actually to allow a physical experience to happen in your life. And as I have told you, this is just about you not resisting it too much, because I'm hearing that there is no way for you to actually stay in this self-reflection and discovery phase longer than that. It's time for it to change. You have learned a lot, and you have learned most of the things that you need to learn from what have happened in the past, but the future really is opening new opportunities for you and beautiful blessings for you to actually experience and let yourself feel the way that you have felt at a certain point in time, but in a more with a more empowered space of mind, and a more empowered person that you are at this particular moment. All right. Seven of Pentacles, and one more card. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's all about connections, relationships, and you feel like, oh, this is just wasting my time. I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to seclude myself and just work on myself and do what I can. But it's time for you actually to let yourself let your heart skip a beat again. So in here, it could be a new lover, but it could be as well that you have waited so long that you felt like, oh, maybe it's not meant for me, or it's not something that I'm gonna experience in this lifetime. But little do you know, it's like there is a new almost portal for you to go through, and this is a new phase, a new cycle that you are opening for yourself at this particular moment. With this Three of Cups, I'm hearing lots of different people that are going to be almost similar when it comes to your vibration. The way that you have connected with people in the past is very different from that of what you are going to be doing in the future. It's almost like you're gonna pick your relationships, or pick people that are good for you or not, or people are going to be generally drawn to you based on your own vibration, and it's something that you're gonna feel very conscious about. So with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm hearing that it's going to be a time for you to rest, a time for you to actually see certain things maybe that you have been cultivated for a very long time to actually emerge. It could be that you have been working on the way that you feel, and or maybe the way that you are interacting with people, and now you're gonna have the opportunity physically to see it right in front of you, that you are in a much healthier space, or maybe right now that you are allowing healthier relationships for you to be in. And this is something really that is extremely important for you and also for your journey, and it's really going to be taking you very far in the future. So let's get some additional cards. The fates. So something that is fated for you. There is nothing that you can do. Your angels are giving you this opportunity, but it's time for you to actually see the blessing in it, to actually seize this opportunity, because it is going to be very fruitful for you in the future. You're going to meet lots of different people that are going to be almost strengthening your hope and giving you lots of different ideas. You might even go for trips and discover the world, maybe like talk about lots of different subjects that are very interesting. And really, I'm hearing that there is going to be lots of similarities between you and those people that you're going to befriend, or this new lover that you're going to be allowing into your life. But all I can tell you is that there is a lot of destiny that is connected to this beautiful change that is going to be happening in your life next. So I'm hearing 7 months. So in the next 7 months, there's going to be a beautiful transition towards having healthier connections in your life. Round and round, yeah. So it's not the same old, as you can see in here with this Nine of Swords. Like if you have been in the same energy, or if you have been like lingering around the same kind of people in the past, and now you felt like, oh, now that I have let go of all the toxicities, like I cannot imagine myself like allowing certain people to mess with my energy anymore. But with this 2025, pick the like you have like number 2 is all about decisions, and it's all about pathways. So it's almost like you have been on a path, but right now you are in a whole different path. it is impossible for you. It's almost like an impossibility for you actually to be in the same relationships that you have been in the past, because you are simply not the same person. Let's get some more cards. Culpability. Projection. Okay, one moment. So with those two cards, I feel like if you have been reluctant in the past to show people your true colors, it's time for you to be brave. It's time for you actually to see things, to reveal yourself just the way that you are, because it's time for other people actually to recognize the true you, not just the person maybe that you have been portraying to other people, because maybe certain people have been a little bit too judgmental. But I'm hearing with this Three of Cups, I'm hearing lots of openness and lots of acceptance when it comes to this new social life, or maybe those new relationships that you're going to welcome in the future. So I'm hearing like for some of you that have actually that are not thinking anymore about like a romantic connection or about like a new kind of friends, it's time for you to be a little bit open-minded. And if you were to connect with people, it's time for you to reveal yourself just the way that you are, because you really are going to be appreciated, not like in the past where people were very keen into having certain qualities and not really accepting of anything really that goes outside of the box. So let's get one more card. Illumination. You're not in the same space. You need to understand that the person that have entered this particular almost I'm hearing covenant, or maybe I don't know why I have had this vision in my mind of, you know, this superheroes movies where maybe there is a person that is transforming and they go almost like in some kind of machine, and then they go out completely transformed. This is what I have seen for you. So the person that actually went in this particular machine is completely different from the one that came out. You are stronger, you have a lot of powers of discernment, and you know exactly what is good for you and what is not. And this hasn't come from nothing. It came from lots of lessons and lots of experiences. And do not let what have happened or the setbacks of the past almost block the beautiful things that you're gonna feel, that you're gonna sense, that you're gonna experience in the future. So you are very much illuminated on what's good for you and what is not right now. And please see it for yourself, because right now you are much powerful than the person that you have that you were in the past. I take a little bit of time from now and then, because my nose gets very, very itchy when I'm doing pick a card. So I need to take like a couple of seconds. One last card. Is there anything else that you need to know? Journey. Yeah, it's time to prepare for a journey. Yeah, you have been in one journey, but now it's time for you to pick up for another, completely different but absolutely beautiful. It may be unprompted or planned. Either way, make sure you are ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. So I have gotten like the message of maybe even travel. So those people, maybe they're going to be your travel buddies. You're gonna discover the world, go to very far places. But I'm hearing also in terms of experiences, maybe you have certain hobbies or interests that are very different or very special. And I'm hearing that they're going to be very much appreciated by the people that you're gonna meet next, or by this particular like person that you're gonna meet next, especially for those that are single, and that maybe are thinking, should I be in a relationship right now, should I not? Just believe and also trust in your own intuition, because you really have gotten very, very far in terms of the way that you see things and in terms of how you see yourself as well. So this is what I have for you, my dear option number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like your own private reading, you can reach out to me. All the information is in the info box down below. And thanks again for watching. Sending you lots of love, and I will connect with you next time. Bye bye.